Hey, what's up, guys? I get a lot of comments on my videos when I post videos, and a lot of them are from people who are inspiring to start steroids, and they're looking for a good steroid stack to do. But I think a lot of them are misguided, or they just don't know what to do. And I'll give you the example today. This is a response to this guy today that he wanted to do. He wanted to get a little bit more sporty and things, so he wants to do 100 testosterone and 50 Trenbolone, which in my mind just does not make sense at all. Hypothetically, might not be it's not like you're gonna die or anything from it. It's not like you're gonna have the worst side effects, but it's just not practical. Okay, so when doing steroids, you have to follow some degree of some strategy involved. That's what I'm trying to get at here. Okay, so first of all, I don't know all the details about him, but doing 100 testosterone only is you're just replacing your own testosterone with some exogenous form of testosterone, and so it's like having the same thing. So why would you replace what your body produces naturally with something that that's outside of you, they have to pay for, and then potentially be on the rest of your life if you continue with it? It just does not make sense, unless he's 65, 70 years old. But the other thing he wants to add is Tren at 50 milligrams, which, again, it's a microdose of Tren, but there are so many better options that are safer options. And this was a response to a video I made today that was about why Masteron is anabolic, and I think you'll get way more desirable effects with Masteron and safer, with zero side effects. Zero. Trenbolone, you could have a whole host of side effects that are undesirable, even at relatively low doses. Okay? Which is, night sweats, psychological issues, increased heart rate, gynecomastia, all types of things. So, just don't do Trenbolone. I haven't done Trenbolone. Maybe if I did, I'd really like it and be Trenbolone's actually. From all the research I've done, it's not worth it. It has its place. It has its time when you're doing, if you're a professional bodybuilder and you're going into a contest about 6 weeks out, you take Trenbolone because you're bringing your calories down, and you're still able to make gains with a low amount of calories. That's pretty much what its use is, from my understanding. Now, obviously, people run Tren year-round. That's probably not the smartest idea. Okay, people run Tren on their cycles, and they make ridiculous gains, and they're making PRs and things. But as I mentioned in my last video, you'll start to run into side effects from Tren once you start pushing over 150 a week. So why not do Masteron at, even though it's not as potent, it's not as strong as Tren, you can do a lot more of it and then not have any side effects. So why don't you just do testosterone and Masteron at 400 if you really want the effects to be anabolic effects. You're going to make, if you can't make gains off 400 test and 400 Masteron, significant gains where you're fucking shredded and cut, then there's something else wrong with you. You're not eating well, or you're not training at all, or you're training shit. So if you're eating well and your training's on point, and you do 400, you're gonna turn into a fucking sculpted, marble Apollo. You're gonna turn into a Herculean-looking figure. There's no other way to describe that. Now, that's a moderate cycle, but it's still a high cycle. It's still a cycle regardless, okay? It's a lot safer than adding Tren. And to be honest, if you want to do testosterone, if you're looking for a TRT, then I would say 150 replace your testosterone with, to still make gains, because he's saying he still wants to make gains. He wants to be have a good figure and stuff. At least 150. But my inclination, and from my experience, is you'll need at least 250 for a cycle, for 3 months. 250 testosterone, 250 masteron, or 200, 250 masteron. Try that for your first cycle, man. That's kind of on the lighter side of things, but it's nothing. It's not like it should be like, oh, it's absolutely like minimal. Like you'll still make gains on that, and that's the whole point. There needs to be some type of reward, some type of goal to even be taking it in the first place. If you don't have a goal in taking steroids, then don't do it. And if you have your goal, then the amount of steroids you take has to match that goal. And based on what he's saying, it just doesn't match, and specifically the compounds he's taking doesn't match. So Masteron is what I recommend with. You can do Trenbolone if you really want. That's a great option too. And then eventually add something like a Nandrolone at a very small amount. That's the small amount when I would add the NOR19. I wouldn't add Trenbolone as a NOR19. Just not worth it. To be honest, risk versus reward. You want to maximize the rewards? Yeah, you'll get great rewards on the cycle I'm telling you, with like 0 risks. Maybe slightly heightened blood pressure. Maybe. Another risk might be you might get a little bit of acne on your back and such. It just comes with the territory. Another side effect is you're probably going to be jizzing your pants like 5 times a day, like at least. Like you're going to be your sexual energy is going to be off the charts. That's a side effect. But those are the only ones. You're not going to have, you're not going to wake up in the middle of the night drenched in sweat. You're going to be able to sleep fine. You're not going to go insane and, be super jealous of your girlfriend and such things like that. It's just, that's all the Trenbolone side effects. And, at 50 milligrams that he's saying of Tren, it's just like, man, there's so many better options. Why not instead of 50 milligrams of Tren, take 250 of Masteron. You'll get the same anabolic properties and 0 side effects. Like, sure, you're injecting more oil, but, like, it's not much. Still. So, do that, man. Go the safer route with drugs that are still effective. Right? You hear what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Anybody listening who has experience, am I talking to my ass, or am I actually, have some logic and reasoning here? Because I believe I do. And I'm not just talking to my ass because I'm talking about my own experience. Sure, I could have done Tren Ace anytime I wanted. I could do, and I might, to be honest, I might in the future. But at the moment, it's like, it's just not worth it. Why do something that has side effects when you could do something with 0 side effects that still works? So that should make sense, no? Anyway, I'll leave it there. Guys, leave in the comments below what your thoughts are on this video, what you would recommend to him. But yeah, 100 testosterone and 50 Trenbolone a week. It might be okay. It might be okay, but I just don't recommend it. It just doesn't make, my instincts, like, no. Do at least, if you want to make gains, do at least 250 testosterone. As like, maybe that just a 250 only cycle of testosterone. Yeah, I think you'd be fine. Okay. Leave in the comments section below what your thoughts are about this. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.